Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Fredy. Fredy is from Chile, so let's see what Fredy has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Fred. How are you doing today?
I'm happy. I don't know why, but that's good, I think.
Absolutely. It's always good to be happy. It's always a good feeling.
How's your day?
It's been cool. I just came back from Holland yesterday and I'm just doing interviews today. So I'm being very busy for the day. You are my last one of the day today.
So let's make the better at the last.
Absolutely. So Freddy, tell me, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Chile. I'm from a really small town that is called Talca. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's funny because this city is just known for bad things. Like always bad things happening there. But I'm a really sarcastic person, so I think it's funny to come from there. But in the last years, I was living in the capital of Chile. And right now I'm based on Germany in a city called Dresden that is at the east of Germany, but now I'm in London, so I can say that I'm a big traveler.
And why London and why Germany?
It's funny because I get married like 1 month ago in Germany with my wife.
Congratulations! Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, she's German. She's an amazing person, and I'm really happy to have her in my life. And you know all these things about visa, whatever. I have to go out from the European Union for a short time, and then I have to come back in October. And in my plan, it was at sometimes I was thinking about to go to Russia. That we know that it's not a good idea right now. Sorry for that. And I never think about going back to Chile, to be honest. And this is my first time in England, so I like to take risks. That's something that is really particular to me. And I decided just to come here. I know nobody here. I mean, probably you're the first person that I can call, hi, William. But I like that life of always traveling and meeting people some way, somehow. So it was really fun that you just wrote me to meet each other. And also really appreciate that you invited me to this.
Absolutely. I think it's always a good thing to be adventure, exploring the world, traveling. I think when you travel, you are investing in yourself. You know what I mean? You're just investing because those knowledge, experience, you're never gonna get anywhere. You just need to travel. You just need to live it. You just need to explore it. And the only way to get this knowledge, experience around the world.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I live by tattoos. I'm a tattooer. I've been tattooing for the last 11 years. So wow. I always say to my friends or the people that I met that if you can invest your money on traveling, will be the best investing. I have to say, I'm a really lonely person. I like to spend my time alone. I don't hate people, by the way. It's just the way that I am. And I think it's all these things about taking risks. I think it helps you to understand the way you really are, you know, because for me it's normal. But when I tell my stories to people about me coming to England when I know nobody, for them it's absolutely crazy. But for me it's like, but why? I mean, there's a lot of good things that can happen. So I'm always trying to be really positive about what things can happen. And so far, I have a lot of cool stories to tell. So that's nice.
Amazing. And again, going out of your comfort zone, you can find beautiful things. You never know what can be out there. There's always good
Absolutely. Yeah,
so tell me a bit about your career as a tattooer. Tell me a little bit about how everything started.
Oh, I think it was crazy because like maybe 15 years ago, I get my first tattoo. And for me, it was a open mind situation because I am a musician. So I lived all my teenager life through music. And I know that it was really hard to live by music. It's really hard. It's still really hard. and I found this world about tattoos, and I get in love really fast. I remember the first time that I see a friend of mine he's still a tattooer, but he used to go to my hometown, and he every day go in the morning to a different place and make a tattoo, like homemade tattoos, and then after lunch he goes somewhere else. And for me, it was like, I cannot believe that this life could exist. And it was amazing that he was living through a really creative life, and also he was earning money, so that's cool. And at that time I used to work just it was an ice cream factory and a candy factory, so I was like just like a working class, absolutely okay with that, but in my mind was always more creative. So when I found this, was amazing. And I remember me saying, okay, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do this for life. It was not like I'm gonna try, I'm gonna do it. And of course, everything was really not knowing how this is gonna be, because in my family, nobody make art. So when I take this risk, it was a real risk. And the good thing is my family always support me, and I always really appreciate that. And I'm really happy that now I can help them, even from the distance. That is something that for you or for me, we know how it could be the situation in South America. So if you can help them, it's always a really, really, really nice relationship.
Absolutely. Totally understand what you mean. I think living abroad, helping our family back in South America, I think it's a good feeling, and they know that they can count on us as well.
Absolutely.
Fredy, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Of course.
Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend. Random questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song now for us to move a little bit before the first question. Okay, let's do it. Fredy, so before we start the game, if there is a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, I always can change, okay? It's all very friendly, okay? First question for you is, what is your idea of a perfect day?
Ooh, a perfect day. I have to start always for waking up really earlier. That's for me something really important. I'm a person who loves to work in a desk. I love to work in a desk, and I like the feeling of the warm coffee in the morning, and something really well. I'm vegan, so I try to eat a lot of light food at the morning, and then going to work for me is amazing. I love to work. That's the thing. So for me, waking up and know that I have something to do about art is the best feeling ever.
You always being an early bird. You always like waking up morning.
Excuse me?
You always being like, you always like the morning.
It's crazy because I don't like to sleep. I don't know why, but I don't like to sleep. And I get to bed really late, like 3 or 4 a.m. And no matter what, I have to wake up at 8 a.m. I know there's some people who wake up earlier, but for me, it's like, if there's light out there, there's something to do.
Amazing. I had a guest on the show as well from Toronto, from Canada, and he said the same. He said, William, if I could live without sleeping, I would be happy, because we spend so much time sleeping, which is true. You know what I mean? I could be living, doing more things, but we need to sleep. So
yeah, I think to sleep is nice. I mean, this maybe sometimes sounds a bit cruel with myself, but I like to go to bed feeling that I tried my best, and like I really deserve to sleep. Of course, we all deserve to sleep. That's obvious. But it's nice when you feel that you try your best on the day, and then you go to sleep on a really nice way.
Amazing. Next question. Let's do it. Next question for you is, if you could do something illegal without getting caught, what would you do?
I have a lot of problems about integrity because the way that I rise, and I love to be honest. So I thought something about being, it's hard one. I'm always with the idea of Robin Hood, the one who used to steal from the rich people. I love that idea. So if I can do that and take a lot of money from the rich people and give it to the poor, I will be really happy with that. And that's probably because I found myself through my work. So I'm really happy with that. I'm not really fancy at all. But the idea of sharing something when I can do it, I love that feeling. So probably to be the Robin Hood in the city would be a nice idea.
Good one. I think a lot of people would appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Saying that, Fred, when you think about your hometown back in Chile, yeah, what's the best memories that comes to your mind?
Oh, it's crazy because I have a really rough life. I'm the 8th brother of 8. So
big family.
Yeah. But it's crazy because when you're the last one, you kind of grow a bit apart. Like I remember my mom saying to me, "Yeah, do whatever you want." So you have to create your own ethic. And for me, my father is the most honest person in the world. He's a gentleman, and I love that idea that I have of him. And also my mother, she's the cutest woman in the world. So I think that the thing that I more appreciate about my childhood is to have the chance to decide what I want. And it's funny because my mom still feels that maybe I have the chance to create my own ethic way to see life. And for me, it's cool because during my whole life, and this is since I was a kid, I always want to be a good person. I think that's always my north. Like whatever you do, be nice with the people. And you know that probably for you and me as a South American, once again, it's normal to go through the city, say hi or thank you to everybody. But in London, it's not normal, and that makes me crazy. No. And right now, I was in a coffee, and I say goodbye to the people in there, and it's like, what? But you know, all those things, like all those part of your character, I learned it from my family, like being really gentle with the people and trying to be honest. So I think that 100% the way that I am is because of my parents. It's not even about the school. That is something that I hate. It's because the way that I rise, and I really appreciate that. And probably I understand this when I left home, because when I was there, it was not that obvious because I was a kid.
Totally understand. I think in the end of the day, it comes down to our family. And as you said, you just realize that when you are far away from them and you go like, oh, now I understand why I come from, and I understand what I've learned from them, because you need to be away for you to understand that, because it's so normal for us to be like that. So I understand your point.
Yeah, and it's like especially right now that I'm especially far from home, you know that there is a lot of songs that we know from always, or all phrases from somebody, and at that point it has sense for me. So it's crazy. I think that the life is a really big journey that never ends. Like every day it feels new. So I like that feeling. I really like that feeling.
Amazing. Next one, let's do it. Before the next question, tell me how music came into your life.
Oh, I love that question. I love that question. Because you know that I think that a big part of the way that I am, I understand it through music. I remember that when I was like 12 or 11 years old, one of my brother gave me a cassette from a pop band. It was called Westlife. By the way, it's from me. And I remember that I feel so close to that lyrics. Like, I was 11, but I was suffering for a love that never existed. And then when I was like 12, I get into rock music, and it was the same. So I think that music defined me really well because it helped me a lot to express the way that I am. I love to go to music concerts. if I can, I go every day, and I think it helps me to feel more close to myself, to my feelings every day. So it's something that I cannot change in life. It's the music. I mean, I'm the kind of person who will listen to music the whole day, no matter which mood you feel. There is a song for that. So I say that music is probably the most important part of me.
Amazing. Very good. Next question is, what makes you the saddest?
Well, I have to confess, I'm a person who lived through a depression since I was like 20 years depression. Now I can deal better with that because of psychologists and all this therapy. And I think that all this missing part about family that I didn't have, like growing mostly alone, like the way that I am, you know, that you need sometimes that your parent is like, Freddy, you don't have to do this, or you have to do this. But that for me doesn't exist. So I didn't have limits. So I think it was really hard to be a kid and define yourself as the good person that you want to be when you don't have an example of that. I think that's something that always gonna make me feel sad. I think it's mostly that. There is a lot of empty feelings especially when you're a child, that you don't understand until you grow. But right now, I think I can deal much better with that. And I have to say it. I define myself as a really sensible person. I'm the one who cry with a song or with a movie. But right now I can accept that, and that's really nice because it's not like feeling guilty because you feel bad. It's just I feel bad, and that's okay. I can feel it, and that's absolutely nice. So yeah, I think that the sadness always came from the childhood.
And do you think that, in your opinion, do you think happiness is a choice?
I think happiness. Oh, that's a good one. I think that you can be really grateful about everything that's happening. I try to be really grateful about everything every day, even like the food, the chance to spend time with somebody like with you right now, or the chance to, there's people who live their life on a hospital, or people who have accidents. But when I feel sad, I close my eyes and I start thinking, I'm a healthy person. I have the chance to, I don't know, go out and take a coffee somewhere, or I can just go and walk. So I think that I always try to see that the life is not that bad. So try to always keep a positive attitude. And I like to talk about it a lot. And there's people who, it's like, what? This guy, why he's trying to be so happy? He's not trying to be happy. It's like trying to have a positive attitude. No matter what, it's like we can lay in the floor cry because we don't have money, but we're not gonna change that if we're in the floor crying, I think that I learned to be really resilient about how to deal with that. And yeah, that's it.
I think that I don't understand. I think if you have your mindset like facing problems, everything in a good way, in a positive way, in a happy way, you feel less the pain. You know what I mean? It's easier for you to think, to understand, and to go through it. It makes a difference, for sure. Be positive. Cool. Ready for another one?
Of course, I'm always.
Let's do it. For the next question, tell me a little bit about your career as a tattoo. As you said, you started through somebody that you saw it. And do you do very often? Do you do almost every day? How is your schedule?
Oh, that was I hope my mother doesn't hear this, but I'm normally the kind of person who works from Monday to Sunday. I have no problem with that. For me, that phrase that find something to love and let it kill you? For me, it's something like that. And it's crazy because I'm always the one who gets to the studio at the earlier one and the one who left at the last one. and I'm absolutely happy with that. I never get tired of tattooing, and I think I have the chance to express a lot of love to myself, and also to have this kind of connection with the people who want to get a tattoo. Always is a new story, and I love that part. That's probably the thing that I like the most about tattooing, that some people have a lot of pain or sadness inside, and they try to deal with this with tattoo, and I feel really I really appreciate that. I think that I have the chance to help with the pain of the people, and and I love that. You know, I never get tired of working, but I'm also a really nerd. I'm really nerd. I like to study a lot about tattooings, or about, well, I make a classic calligraphy. So for me, I have to say, 1 minute before we go, I was drawing, and when we finish, we're gonna keep drawing. So for me, it's I think that the tattoo saved my life. I cannot say it in a different way. Absolutely saved my life, and also helped me to find myself through something. Cute part, my wife is also a tattooer. So there's no moment in the day that I can escape of this. And I love that.
Daisy, I think when you do something with passion, that's it. You just go through, no, you never get tired.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it's like, I cannot be more happy. And you know, I like to repeat that phrase, because I cannot say something bad about it. No, I mean, of course, there's something that is bad, but it's not about me. It's about, yeah, some people who is a bit mean, not my problem. Some customer that could be a bit mean, but also it's not my problem. I'm not gonna carry that backpack that they have in their life. I have no with mine, and that's okay. And I'm really happy to say that I'm a really happy working person.
Very good. Next question for you is, if I would ask your best friend right now to define yourself in one positive word and one negative word, what your best friend would say?
I really, well, when I get like, I'm 34 right now. When I get 30, I start understanding that I'm a really emotional person to talk about, and I have no problem with that. You know that in the last years, men start talking about our feelings, and that's really nice. It's really comfortable, because we have feelings, of course. And days ago, I talked with a friend, and I make that question. It's really funny that you ask it right now. And he says to me that I'm a really pure heart person, and that made me cry in 1 second.
Wow!
Because for me, it was like, but it's a really beautiful way to describe somebody. Because being a pure heart person is like, you're not gonna be surprised about something that is under my words. It's the way it is. And that was one friend, and other friend says that like a big brother to him. So it was feeling like a superhero with some of my youngest friends. So it's a really nice way to feel how they see you. And in a bad way, I'm a really stubborn. And well, I'm not proud of that, but it's just the way that I am. I know that I have nothing bad to express to people. I never have bad intention, but they say that mostly I'm really stubborn, and sometimes I maybe take care too much about them when it's not my responsibility. But I think it's not that bad, but it's something that I try to work really often.
I think being stubborn can be a good thing, but if you go a different way, it can be negative.
Yeah. But I think that there was a band that I really like. This from Argentina. It's called Nueva Ética, like new ethic, and that phrase is always on my mind. Like new ethic. It's like we as human, you know that exists a lot of religions and ideologies, and that's okay. But we need to create our own reality, our own ethic. And I really like to spend time thinking about that, especially because I'm always drawing, but my mind is somewhere else. And I like to think, I would like to feel like a pure person. So I'm always thinking about the new ethic, about how to be nice with the environment, with the people around, with the planet, with the animal, with everything. So it's a really constant for me.
Very good. Next question, Fred. Let's do it.
So,
next question is, if you could make up a school subject, yeah, what that would be and why?
if I really like to learn everything, but if I can decide one right now, I would like to learn to dance. But I love bachata music. I love it. Even that I'm a really metalhead person. I would like to learn to dance. I think that is something that I think is really cool when you watch somebody dancing. It's like, shit, how they do it, how they look so cool. So if something like that could be dance. And about learning, for me, everything about art is awesome. Everything. And I'm really honest with myself, and I don't care if something that it's gonna be useful or not. I just like to know. Like some people who like to see the Discovery Channel programs or History Channel, I can see that the whole day. No matter what is it, I really like to learn some stuff. I really love that.
Amazing. Next one, let's do it. Okay, Freddy from Chile. Next question is, what is your lucky number?
I don't know. I don't believe in religions, so I really often use the 666 as a number, but it's like a joke. But I like the idea of the 0 number.
Which one?
But 0.
0, okay.
But you know why? It's like I have a really clear idea about humanity in the world, and I know that the best favor that we can do is not exist anymore. Because we're the worst thing in here, we have to say. So I like this idea of non-existence. So I think that the 0 could be my favorite number.
Very good. There's some connection with it for sure.
Yeah.
Next one, let's do it. Before the next question, which one is your latest tattoo that you have in your body, and which one is the most personal one? I'm sure all of them, they mean something. There's something behind, there's a story behind, but which one you go like, okay, that means something very special?
Yeah, the last tattoo that I received is for my wife. I saw her one day. We both like cakes. We love cakes. I mean, everybody loves cakes. That's nothing new. But she was painting a strawberry cake, and the draw was really pretty. And I say, I think that could fit in my leg. And she was really happy because also I teach her a lot. She's tattooing for not a long time. So the feeling or her face when I told her about this, like receiving a tattoo by her, was really cute. And it hurts like I had to say it, but that was the last one. It's not finished yet because we're gonna make a 2 session, but it's a really important one, and it's good. It's cute that it's the last one. And about which one could be the most important one? I have tattoos that have no meaning. I have tattoos that have a funny meaning. I mean, I have a ketchup tattoo on my leg. It's just a bottle of ketchup. But you know why? Because I love ketchup. It's simple as that. It's like I can make a lot of important tattoos, and ketchup is important to me. So I have one of those, and that's made by a really good friend, by the way. But the most important is this one. It's in my finger. Says, sorry, I'm gonna take off the ring. It says "True Love."
True love, yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool because it was made by my favorite tattooer in the world. I have the chance to meet him, and he gave it to me as a gift. So for me, it was like, is this happening? It's happening. Now he's a really good friend, so I have a lot of good feeling with this. And I'm a person who works with hands. So for me, the hands are really important. I mean, like the hard work that we do every day is by the hand. So to see this phrase every day is really important. And probably this is the most important one. And also the first tattoo that I have that is in here is a Chinese character that means love. So it's always in the same way, like everything is about love for me. So when you put love on something, you're gonna receive a lot of things back.
Amazing. Next question is, what is one food you could eat for the rest of your life?
That's a hard one because I'm the kind of person who don't like to repeat so much the food. But this is gonna be really shitty, but I really like simple stuff. And for me, shame on me, rice with mayonnaise is amazing. It's just that. I know that it's not healthy, doesn't even have protein, but I really like those simple stuff. And I think just that is, or bread with tomato inside. For me, it's a chef kiss. I know that it's not fancy at all, and it's not a special, but I like those simple stuff.
I like rice. I love rice. I eat rice every single day if I could. And I like mayo as well, mayonnaise, but I don't like with both. I like
Yeah, I think it doesn't have sense. But for me, it's like, okay, something I can eat really often, not every day, of course, because it's not that healthy. Could be that. Could be.
And what's the most traditional food in Chile, in your opinion?
The most common food?
Traditional, yeah, food in Chile.
Well, my favorite is called corn cake. It's like a puree. We have it's sweet and salty. It's a really mix of. Well, you know that mostly all the typical food from the countries are made by the poor people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like in Venezuela, it's the arepas, so it's this corn bread. But what you put inside is the good part. And I think for me, the corn cake from Chile, that is like a big cake full of vegetables, but it's sweet. I love that.
Yes, I think South America, most of us, we grew up eating a lot of things with corn. I remember as well cakes, a lot of cakes with corn as well. And also, we say polenta. Polenta is like it's something made with corn as well. It's like savory. It's really good as well. So yeah, all the South America, they are very connected, very similar.
But you know that also, well, this is an idea that I have because trying to find it. Every country have their own typical food that is started by the poor people, and mostly need to be really heavy because the people need to work a lot. Yep. And in Germany, well, in London, the English breakfast is not something light. It's heavy as. But in Germany, for example, they eat a lot of sausages with beer and potatoes, and something that I cannot sleep if I eat that heavy. But that's mostly the way how the country have the typical food, probably made for workers.
Absolutely. Right. I have 3 questions left for you. Let's do it. Yeah, the time is flying. Look, we are enjoying. Next one. Next question is, tell us something interesting about yourself.
Interesting? Nothing. That's a hard one. I don't know what's interesting about me. I don't know what is interesting about it. I'm really sarcastic. I live through sarcasm. Once again, I'm gonna say, we as South American people, we have to learn about deal with that. You know, we have a lot of struggle during our lives, so we need to find something funny on that. And well, all my best friends are from Venezuela and Chile, so the situation of the country is sometimes really hard, and we have to learn and laugh about it. So there's not so much thing. I'm really sarcastic. I try to laugh about everything. Sometimes people think I'm mean, but it's just joking. So yeah, I don't know if that's interesting, but it is. What else? I love caps. I have 1,000 of caps. I love to use caps like every color and every day. And I also have a tattoo here that says I love my cap. Well, it's really hard to see it.
Yeah, yeah.
But that much I love caps. And what else can be?
Those both are very interesting for sure.
It can be. I don't know. I'm the kind of person who like to smell everything, like the paper or I don't know the clothes. I love to what? Yeah, that's so maybe sounds creepy, but I really love to wash my clothes and put a softener, and I love the smell of the clean clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's normal, it's not, but it's something that I really like.
Absolutely. It's a smell of freshness, like clean.
Yeah, I think that I'm the kind of person who, when there is a bad smell, I have headache. So I love this kind of, as you said, freshness and everything. And I love that.
Amazing. 2 questions left for you. Let's do it. For the next question, people watching the interview, would you like to start a career as a tattoo artist or a tattooer? What would be your best piece of advice?
I will be well. I have the chance. I make classes for some tattooers, especially about calligraphy, and I think it's something that is really important that people has to put their heart on this. It's not something that we'll try. You have to put your heart on this. Like it's your obligation as a human, because you're working with persons. You know, every person is a world. So you have to be really careful about how they treat them, how much time you put on this. No matter if it's a small tattoo, it's a big tattoo, everybody deserves the best. So we cannot be the one who fuck up their life because we are hurry, you know. Tattoos are really important, and especially for the one who get it.
Easy. Next question is, do you have any nicknames?
Mostly, but you know, I don't like nicknames. I like to put nicknames of people, but I don't have one. They used to call me Tico. I don't know why, Tico, and then turns into Tikin. I still don't know why, but I love my name, and that's something crazy because as a person who writes a lot, I love all the letters of my name. I like how it sounds. It's not that common, especially in Chile. So I don't know. I think it's funny when people put cruel nicknames on me, but because I'm sarcastic, just that is the reason. But I don't like that people use nickname on me. No. I think it's not.
All right. Fredy, ready for the last one?
Of course.
Let's do it. Last question. But before the last question, if you can choose, I'm sure you had a lot of clients, people that you talked to already, but if you can share one of them that was very special for some reason, that when you finished your work, your art, they were like, oh my God, it's beautiful. Something that touched your heart, something that's a feedback for a client that you had that for you was very special, if you can share.
You mean like one special or?
One of them that you're never gonna forget their reaction or their feedback or their emotion, something that happened through your career.
I always remember an old lady that she won her first tattoo. She first of all, she hates tattoos, so it was a hard beginning. And we have a conversation, and I really appreciate to have the chance to do that one. She told me that her husband died like 1 week ago at the time, and for me it was like, this hurts. And she told me that he used to work he was a detective and he was killed, so it was a really sad story. And as much as she hates tattoos, she said that she found that it was the only way to try to deal with that pain inside. And for me it was like, Fredy, you have to do this on a really right way, and you have to be really careful. And I take this really personal because I know how could be the feeling. I mean, if somebody kill your husband, could be really painful. And it was a really small tattoo. It was not even my favorite one, not at all. But to see her face when she saw in the mirror, almost crying, like she was crying, and she said nothing. She just hugged me and she said, Fredy, I really need this. I really appreciate that, have the chance to share this with you. And for me, it was absolutely heartbreaking. It's like, no matter how much you think you're ready, you're not. You're not, because you're not gonna change the world with what you're doing, but maybe you can help on the process to this person. And of course, I cry in silence.
Yeah.
And well, we gave to each other one more hug, and the next day she come back. She bring me a chocolate, and for me I cannot believe. I think it's so beautiful to have the chance to live this, because she needs to do something about it. She needed, and to have the chance to be that person is really, really, really beautiful. Once again, I think that I'm not gonna change the world. The world is a mess, and always is gonna be. But have the chance to live this small experience, change your character a lot.
And somehow you changed her world that she was living at the time, something that she was living, and you changed a little bit. You took a little bit less of her pain, for sure. Very special.
Yeah, it's nice to give yourself to the people. Mm-hmm. Well, I know that I'm giving a service, and maybe everybody in the world can do it. I know that, but for me, always, no matter how small it could be or how big it can be a tattoo, for me, it's a new chance. And I love to have the feedback of the people. No need to give me a chocolate every day. I'm okay with that. But you know, for me, it's crazy because sometimes it feels so nice that I'm tattooing and we have to take a break for lunch. And I say, I have to invite you to food. I have to, because I feel so happy through this. And also, there's a lot of people who really trust in you. Like, Fredy, do whatever you think is best. For me, it's like, I cannot be that mean with this, you know. I really, really appreciate it, and I need to express it somehow. And for me, express love through the food is a really special one. It's a really, really special one.
Amazing. Last question for you is, what is the best advice have you ever given?
The best advice that
you have given to someone?
I don't even know if I give good advices, but I have to say I'm a really good listener, and that's making me really happy. And the best advice is one day at a time. It's like as simple as that. When I feel really, really sad, and I learned this from my ex-girlfriend, she told me, "You feel bad? Go to bed and sleep. And when you wake up, you're gonna feel better." And it's right, and I really appreciate that she gave me that advice. So I always try to imitate that and say to the people, life is a struggle. It's a really hard one. I hope that the next life is not gonna be worse than this, but it's a really hard one. So take your time and take one day at a time.
Amazing, very good. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
I will try, okay.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like. Don't forget to share this video. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. One word for money.
I hate it.
Family.
It hurts.
One word for love.
The best life.
Life. One word.
Life. A really, really, really long journey. really, really long journey.
Sex.
Connection with love, absolutely.
One word for religion.
Respect.
Politics.
Not in the mood.
Fear.
Fear. That was a hard one. Fear. You know that I love animals, but I'm afraid of all animals. Even from the small ones. But it's not about fear that they attack me. I don't want to interrupt on their lives. So I always try to be really far from me. You know that it's crazy that here I have some foxes in the night. And
It's normal. A lot of foxes.
For me it's the same. But sometimes I think, I would really like to touch them. But then I say, no, it's not right. Leave them alone. So I think that this kind of fear is mostly respect in this sense.
Friendship.
It's elemental in life. It's a basic one. It's a really, really basic one.
One word for desire.
Shame on me. I love the feeling with the graphite pencil touch the paper. That's something that kills me. I love it. It's like I have a lot of graphite pencil around me always and a lot of paper, and I need to draw. It feels nice.
Regret.
I'm not the kind of person who regret a lot, but I regret to not say that I love somebody anymore.
Okay.
Or enough.
Success.
I think every day can be a success. So put time on that.
Wish.
That the people try to express love to everybody.
Happiness.
Yeah, it's also giving love and just see what happens.
One word for Germany.
Oh, one word for Germany. Sounds funny. Perfection. I have no other word for that.
One word for London.
Cosmopolitan.
One word for Chile.
Roots, absolutely.
One word for a musician.
One word for a musician. Keep trying. Put time on this.
And the last one now, tattoo artist. One word.
Just passion. Simple as that.
Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your lovely wife for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, tell me the most beautiful thing about Fredy, and tell me something that he still needs to work on, to improve on. What she would say?
She always says to me, and for me it's a lot of good energy. She said that I'm really humble, that no matter how bad could be life, I know where I come from, and I'm always repeating on my head this to no matter how far can I get, I know that I have roots, and yeah, especially once again we're South American, so we cannot leave that in the back, you know.
And something negative?
I work too much. Yeah, I work too much. That's a problem. I think it's crazy that you can. Right now, for me, it's obvious, but when I was younger, it's like it cannot exist a work that you can love that much. Shit, I found it, and now I just letting that kill me because I love it. You know, it's like I cannot escape from this.
I see. Right, let's play now Fredy and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time. Let's do it. Hey, Fred, from Chile, you can ask me a question now.
When you were a teenager, you know that we all have some sadness, really, from the teenager life. if you can choose something that you could change or eliminate from that part of your life, what could be?
Wow, I love the question. I love the question. Right. Let me think, and I put me the spot. I think as a teenager, something that okay. I remember now. It came to my mind. When I was a teenager, and I remember finishing high school, and I had the opportunity to go to university at the time and to study law. I don't think I'd be a good lawyer now, but looking back, I remember that I was studying in a private school because I had a scholarship. I asked for it, and they gave me, and I worked hard. I was working this school as well, and I had this private. I was education my last 3 years of education because I got this scholarship. And I remember that most of the people who was studying with me at the time, my colleagues, of course, their parents, they were lawyers, they were doctors, so they had some support like financial support. And I remember at the time, they were going to university, they were going to schools like to carry on their studies, and they had the support of their parents. And I remember back then, I remember look then, and I felt so happy for them doing that. And at the same time as well, I was like, oh my God, I wish I could do the same as well. I wish I could go and have that support that they had, you know what I mean? And I could understand. But saying that, if I look back, I wouldn't change anything because I'm very happy the way I am and how my life turns out in the end and the way I live now. But at the time, like during this period of my life, for me, it was really difficult for me to see all my friends like, going to live in another city, and they didn't need to worry about paying rent or food or anything. And actually, I went as well to the capital of my state, but I was working. I had one time, I had 4 jobs. Can you imagine? I was crazy. I love that because I had so much energy. I wanted to do a lot. And I need to pay for my rent. I need to pay for my food. And I was working like during the day. Sometimes I was working McDonald's. I was teaching English for 2 different schools in different days. I was babysitting the weekend for a friend of mine. She had like a baby. So I was doing a lot. And actually, when I look back, I was like, oh my God, I missed that time in my life because I was doing a lot and I didn't realize how much I was doing. But I remember my friends, they were always like, they didn't have to worry about that, you know what I mean? Because their parents were supporting them a lot. So it was just a short period of my life that I had that. But saying again, I wouldn't change anything because it made the person who I am right now. And I'm so grateful for that moment because it just made me the person who I am. And I love that experience because I learned a lot, and it was essential for me to be who I am right now. But at the time I couldn't understand much, and I felt a little bit like, oh, I wish I had more support to carry on with my studies and to, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm glad that it worked out this way.
But you know that I absolutely understand that because I remember that when I was kind of the same age as you, I also have a lot of works, and in my head I have a lot of sadness because it was like, I don't want to be here. I know that I can do something specific or special without trying to be disrespectful with the jobs, of course. But it was like, I can be more than this. And right now, I have 34 years. I feel really grateful about having that bad time because it helps me to understand how I want to be and how I don't want to live.
Absolutely.
That's something really important. And I remember that a lot of people, especially customers, who is like 18, that they're just going to university, I asked them, what are you going to study? I don't know this career, but I don't really like it. And I always give them the same advice. Try to work and try to understand how life could be. You need to have bad times to have good times. Yeah. Because if you just have good times, you're not going to be prepared for the bad things in life. Because it's going to be a really big journey. There's going to be a lot of bad things. And when you left your house, you're going to start understanding really old how it's life. So I really got what you say, and I think it's a really nice story.
And actually, it wasn't a bad time. It was one of the best moments in my life. I have very good memories of that, like running around, you know what I mean, working here, working there, learning, meeting people. It was amazing. It was amazing. I really enjoyed that time of my life. It was just some moments that I was maybe too tired and I want to do more in life. I want to do something. And I was like, oh my God, I wish I could have more support for that. But again, I wouldn't change anything because I love that time and I'm so grateful for that as well.
Thank you for that story.
Fredy, did you have a good time? Did you enjoy the interview?
Absolutely. When you write me the first day, I was like, yeah, sure. I have no reason to say no. It's like, I think it's really nice that somebody just randomly write you to spend some words. And I think that is something that is really missing in the world right now, is the good vibe with no reason. I mean, we don't need a reason to be nice to each other. It's just, I really appreciate that spend my time with somebody. Once again, I'm really social. I like to be alone, but you know that everybody who's listening or everybody who put a lot of attention to you can receive good vibes. I think that good vibes is the basic of have a good day or a good mood.
Amazing. No, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate nowadays we are so busy with our own lives. You know what I mean? That sometimes when somebody gives them their time, I will appreciate that because I understand we are very busy and the world is so fast right now. So thanks so much muitas gracias to take the time for the interview today.
Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or something that you live by.
I think that no matter how bad could be your life in this moment, tomorrow could be better. And it doesn't really matter how bad you can feel. You can give love. That's I'm sure of that. You can be suffering inside, but that doesn't mean that you have to make the people suffer. When you feel really, really bad, the only way to escape from that is giving love, and you're gonna receive a lot of love back. That's it.
Absolutely. What you give, you receive the double of it, and I think it's a good.
I think it's like that, and especially when you did something, not waiting for feedback. You just have to. I think we have a mission in life, and for me, it's like you have to be good with everybody, no matter if somebody's an asshole, you're not. So even if somebody, I know that we have to defend ourselves, and that's okay, but if you answer to hate with hate, we're not gonna escape from that.
No,
it's more. It's a. We're gonna get sick inside. But with good feelings, it's really beautiful.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. Regards to your wife, to your family, and to your friends, and we keep in touch. Thanks for the interview again. Okay.
Thank you, William.
Have a good night, and we keep in touch. Okay. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.